No problem, no charge. And we're super fast. Get special orders in 6 to 8 weeks or less on all of our products. Check out this Riva queen size bed that we have on sale for as little as $449 in the shark skin color, or you can also get it in espresso. Shop local and save big during our spring sale going on right now at Slumberland Furniture, Beaver Dam and Watertown.
Getting to know your friends and neighbors, this is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Ashley Doberzinski and Kale Zomer up in the WBEV studio with you this morning. And Hometown Today is presented to you by our friends over at Professional Floor Covering. Professional Floor Covering is an Abbey Design Center located at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam. They're locally owned, and Randy and his team are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, and window finishings. It's so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. Speaking of countertops, they can do them in your kitchen or your bathroom. The material, color, and pattern of a countertop all play a major role in how a kitchen or bathroom model will turn out. They offer a large selection of quartz, granite, marble, and laminate countertops. They'll help you find the perfect countertop that fits with both your lifestyle and design. Go to proflr.com for all your needs. And we are very excited to welcome in today Mary Vogel-Rauscher and Kayla Wenland. Good. Okay. Awesome. How are you both today?
Great. We're
Doing
happy to
good.
be here.
Awesome. And you both are from the Dodge County SHRM and the Church Health Services Group. And there's some exciting things going on at the SHRM. Can you tell a little bit about the organization itself and then what's been going on there?
We are the most award-winning chapter in the nation. Yes, I said nation. We have won 4 national awards in 11 years. There's nobody, not Appleton, Milwaukee, Green Bay, Madison. None of them can touch us. They haven't even won 2, and we were just told recently that we have won our 4th national award for the work we've done, and that's what we're here to talk about, is that award and how it came into being.
Awesome. So I know that we had a ribbon cutting at the Y last Friday that, ironically enough, we all covered here, but something special happened there. Can you talk about it?
The project started out from actually Rob Johnson, the CEO at the Y in the Kettle Moraine YMCA. And he had a meeting with 2 names that are going to be very familiar with this community. One is Rich Zeman, and the other is Dirk Langfoss. The 2 of them went down to meet with Rob to talk about childcare and childcare funding. This was before the last budget passed. When they met with them, they were not encouraged. They were told basically from the Joint Finance Committee that we were not going to see money put into the budget. And that also put a real panic in them because the Y is dependent upon the funding that this would happen. So the 2 gentlemen, meaning Dirk Langfoss and Rich Zeman, are driving back from the meeting with Rob Johnson, and they call me. And they say, Mary, we need your help. And I said, okay, guys, what do you need? And they said, well, and they proceeded to tell me about the childcare crisis and said, can you help us? You're involved with that HR group in town. Yep, we're part of the Dodge County Human Resource Association group. And they said, if we don't get this funding, it's going to affect employers. Well, we represent employers. We represent a variety of organizations. So I proceeded to listen to them, and I said, they know I have a hard time with the NO word. So I said, yep, there's something the HR group can do to help you. And what happened from there was we set up a first subcommittee, and the first subcommittee was Tracy from the Chamber, Dirk Langfoss, and myself, and then we added additional people to that. Renee Henning and Tracy Schmidt from Wisconsin Early Child Care. We also, Bobby Meyer was part of it. Bobby Merck, not Meyer, was part of it from the city, and then it expanded out. None of it would have happened without a very, very progressive human resource group, meaning Dodge County SHRM. Because Dodge County SHRM, I talked to the board. Kayla's on the board, and I said, guys, I need your help. This is an economic issue. This is an employer issue. You guys represent employers. So we did several things. To get a better idea what the problem is, several of us went down to Mayville and actually attended a listening session that Mark Bourne was having. first time I've ever gone to a listening session, and we all got to speak, and we walked in, and Mark said to us, "What are you guys doing here?" Because us going there was unusual in itself. He usually gets a lot of the community residents, and this was the Beaver Dam group going to Mayville because we wanted to talk to him. Renee Henning was already there, and Mark, when we told him what our issue was, that we wanted to see support in the state budget for childcare, he said, "Mary, I have not heard from one employer." And I said, "Okay, I can help get that rectified because I represent employers. That is who we are." He said he didn't want to hear from any more childcare providers. He didn't want to hear from this, and this. He wanted to hear from the employers because if this was important to the employers, was the only way we are going to get it in the state budget. So went back to SHRM, talked to Kayla, talked to the rest of the group that were on the executive board because Kayla's an officer in that group, and they very much said they would support this. We actually put money behind it. We have on our website the Child Care Crisis tab. That's if you want to see some of the things we did, the stories, the data, the statistics, it's all there. We got the SHRM board agreed to pay for a luncheon that we opened up to the community to make other employers aware of what was going on and spent significant money to be able to do that and pulled together a group in a presentation. What you need to know is we got this with almost no time. We had 6 weeks to do this project from start to finish. The other piece that about me in terms of that way is I was also on the state council. I was a district director. I represented 4 counties of HR people, and I networked with the other 5. So we were able to get the message out statewide. We notified Wisconsin SHRM what we were doing. Our state legislative director did several different things. So we really were able to push it from a state initiative. We ran into some snags we didn't anticipate, and I'm going to let Kayla talk about one of them, and that is several of the larger employers in the area that we really wanted to do some different things with were not comfortable having local people represent them. I'm going to let Kayla tell you about who she works for and what they did.
Yeah, so one of the things when Mary first came back to SHRM and kind of started sounding the alarm on, oh my goodness, look at all of these things that are happening and how this can impact our workforce. And there's really 2 sides to being an HR partner. On one hand, we're looking at, from the business side, this can really impact, of course, attendance if parents can't come into work, which can impact your productivity as well. But then you're also trying to consider the mental health and just making sure your employees are feeling taken care of and they're feeling good and secure and they're able to come to work, not just being present, but also being engaged in what they're doing. And that is a big problem if they are unable to kind of remove themselves from things back at home. We all have lots of different issues going on at home that we're all trying to face every day. And childcare just doesn't help if you can't find it or if you're worried about where you're leaving your children. So we knew from all sides that this was going to be a large issue. And one that also predominantly it impacts all parents, but especially women as well, entering the workforce. So we thought, okay, from our side, what can we do? And while Mary was kind of busy sounding the alarm and trying to get every one of the other SHRM chapters involved on a statewide initiative, we really went back to our own employers and said, hey, there's this funding lapse that's coming up, and we're really concerned about it. Here's how it can impact our workforce. Here's how it's really can impact our employees and what it could do to us, and we need to make sure that we're speaking up about it. And I think one of the things that can be difficult too is, just even as employers, everybody is always juggling lots of different demands and lots of different initiatives that they're trying to do. Now, my employer, Fincantieri Marine Group, has shipyards in Marinette, has shipyards in Sturgeon Bay, Green Bay. We have offices in Green Bay and Washington, D.C., and we have shipyards across the United States and then globally. We have lots and lots of employees. And within the U.S., we do have a dependent care spending plan. It was something that we realized several years ago across our employee base that, look, our employees are struggling to find and provide adequate child care for their families. And even, adult care, any kind of dependence within their family. So it was really something that was very close to home for us on employer side, and something that we really, really wanted to make sure that hey, we hear you, we see you, this is something that we really do believe in. So I brought this up with my employer and shared it with our communications group as well. And I had somebody come down and visit us from the Marinette office and just worked with us to meet with state representatives and just say, hey, from an employer side, we're here. We know this is an issue. We want to make sure that you hear from us as an employer. And these are all the different ways that we want to help, and we want you to know our voice is here.
Awesome. Well, we only have about a minute left in this segment about SHRM. Is there anything else you both would like to say about the organization as a whole and everything else that's been going on?
Well, we went from a project that we were originally told was dead in the water to getting $330 million funded into childcare. It was because of this project and the work that we did, particularly was led by Dodge County SHRM. Now, you look at all the counties in the state of Wisconsin, little Dodge County took the initiative to make this happen and do the different things. It was submitted for a national award with SHRM because how an employer can partner with the different businesses and make a difference. And we found out in November that we had won the national award for the work that we did. So we're very proud to be able to be recognized as a group of people that can make a difference. We're very proud to be recognized as an employer group that supports businesses because childcare is about business. Childcare is a direct employer issue. So, and without Rich Zeman and Dirk Langfoss and Rob Johnson, we would not have been involved in this. But we did everything we could, from having the luncheon to putting letters on our website to telling who the state legislatures were. Dodge County SHRM, I was very, very proud of this organization and what they did.
Well, congratulations on the award, and it'll be June, right?
Yep, Kayla and I are going in June.
That's awesome. In Orlando, Florida, it's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
A little hot. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about church health services. That's next on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
This is Matt Heyer from Heyer Insurance and Estate Planning. Are you nervous about retirement? Has your income plan been battle tested? No worries. Call us at Heyer Insurance, where our team gets to know each client's individual story, and we educate how to solve problems while creating opportunities in the way that best impacts your retirement journey. We work closely with clients to develop comprehensive plans and manage them to optimize results. For a complimentary consult, call us 920-887-0580. And remember, when you want to retire, call Heyer.
WBEV is turning up the heat with the Broad Fry Summer Sweepstakes presented by Newman Pools and Hometown Glass and Improvement. Stop by participating Broad Fries and grab your stamp card. Earn a stamp at each event. No purchase necessary. Fill all 5 and you're entered to win. Become one of 3 guaranteed winners for chances at a $4,000 grand prize, plus $750 and $250 winnings as well. The drawing is September 3rd at the Hometown Glass and Improvement Broad Fry. Brats, summer, and big cash. Don't miss out.
When you're craving great food and a welcoming atmosphere, head to Benvenuto's in Beaver Dam or Fond du Lac. From classic Italian favorites to Lent-friendly options, there's something everyone can enjoy. Make Thursdays easy with 20% off takeout orders, or unwind on Wine Wednesday with half-price bottles of wine. Whether you're dining in or taking it to go, Benvenuto's delivers incredible flavor with an experience that keeps you coming back. Benvenuto's Italian Grill in Beaver Dam and Fond du Lac.
Orthopedic pain shouldn't disrupt every part of your life. If you've been avoiding activities you love, make a change. Contact Marshfield Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, because life is better with the freedom to move.
Now at Leroy's, your old-fashioned meat market in Fox Lake, Horicon, and Ripon. Leroy's ground pork sale continues. Your choice of Italian sausage, pork sausage, breakfast sausage, or plain ground pork. All just $2.99 a pound. Leroy's 14-ounce ring bologna, original or garlic, $4.19 each. And original or maple breakfast links are $4.99 a pound. There's also deals on plain or seasoned pork tenderloin and seasoned potato wedge bags while supplies last. For quick meals, grab the Heat and Eat lasagna with green beans for $7.99 each. Burger of the week is a 1/3 pound cheese blend All-American, just $2.75 each. Try the new limited release Worst of the Week. Guinness, cheddar, and onion bratwurst, $6.75 for a 4-pack. Join Leroy's Saturday, April 11th for the Horicon Brat Fry with the Mayville Lucky Clovers. Leroy's wants to make sure you know that the city of Fox Lake is still open for business during road construction. Please support local. Remember, no one beats Leroy Meats.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing you Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are joined here by Mary and Kayla from Dodge County SHRM and Church Health Services. We're going to talk about a little about Church Health Services now. Can you tell me about the organization, and then we can talk about the exciting fundraiser coming up?
We have 3 areas we are focusing in. Actually, 2 of them are really strong, and they are mental health. We provide the mental health for the Beaver Dam Unified School District, and we provide it for the Waupun School District. And who we target are the people within 200% of the poverty rate in terms of that way. We want to make sure these kids don't fall through the cracks. As Kayla said in childcare earlier, mental health starts in the family. Mental health starts with the kids. And what we've seen is a sense of non-belonging and a sense of non-community, and we are trying to bridge the gap. We've made some significant changes at Church Health Services, and I'm so proud of my mental health team. I had both school districts call and tell me how amazed they are with the staff that they've got. And one of them said, I usually don't know the details of the people because it's higher administration. She goes, but they really love your staff. So I'm really proud of the team they've got there. The other thing we do is provide dental. We provide dental to individuals within 200% of the poverty level too. Dental, taking Medicaid in this area is really tough because there's such a strong demand with the amount of people we have that are in poverty, and there's such a strong need. We work to make sure that everybody is taken care of and making sure that they have the resources that they need to feel good about themselves, to feel connected. So those are the 2 main areas we are currently working in now, is the dental program and the mental health program. The thing that most people might not know we do, and though those first 2 we target 200% of the poverty level or lower, we don't do income verification for the next thing I want to touch on, and that is we are also a drug repository. And what that means is we can give prescriptions very, very inexpensively to people. If you go to a pharmacy right now, insulin is about between $30 and $35. We charge $5.
Oh, wow.
So, and we do not verify income for this. You have to have a valid prescription. Our pharmacist is open limited because I have a volunteer that is my pharmacist there, but we have a wide variety of drugs. We are very much wanting to support the community, meet a niche that many times are impacted by income or lack thereof.
Yeah.
But this one we do not income verify. So we also, if someone's got a prescription, want to know if we have it, if they send the prescription to us, our pharmacist will call and say, yep, I've got Linzapril in stock, you can have it. We don't have a lot of the new drugs all the time, like an Ozempic or some of those, but anything we've got, we will help you with. We also have a large supply of over-the-counter products that we give for free. You need to come into our dental area because that's where we've got a cabinet. But Church Health Services is here to serve the community. We are over 30 years and growing in terms of tenure, and we are here to support the community and particularly to make sure that nobody falls through the cracks.
I think it's amazing that you're doing the prescriptions, because I know that's such a big thing lately in the world right now, is that prescriptions are expensive. It's insane what you're paying for things now. And the dental care especially too, I didn't even know that would be an option for people to have. So it's amazing what you both are doing. And you, speaking of what you've been doing, you have a fundraiser.
Yep.
And it's getting warm out. And I know that when it gets warm out, I love to golf. And so does this fundraiser. So can you tell me a little about it?
Absolutely. I need to give kudos to Ann Kulka over at Barbara Ann's. She is co-chairing this with Gabby, one of the staff members, and myself. And what it is, it's an idea Rich Zeman came back from. And he came back from it several years ago and said, you need to do a golf ball drop. And I said, I don't even know what a golf ball drop is, Rich. And what it is just like you put numbers on each of the golf balls. You sell tickets that correspond to the numbers. They will go up in a cherry picker. The golf balls will be dropped from a huge, huge bucket. The first one to go in the hole, if we sell all 1,500 of our tickets, wins $1,000. It is going to be held at Old Hickory. We have 2 people that have sponsored us, and one is Jeff Nowicki over at Hometown Glass and Improvement, and the other is Mark Killingsworth and Steve Vesey and Chris over at Killingsworth and Vesey Financial Partners. So they have been our sponsors and helping us with this. We are looking at doing a silent auction on the event. This is Church Health Services' biggest fundraiser.
Okay. And have you ever done this before? Or is this first year?
very, very first year. This is our kickoff event of this, so we hope to make it annual.
We're very, very excited for it. And to just do something fun as well. You know, we're so appreciative of the funds and donations that we get throughout the years and that we have got throughout the last how many years. But this is just something really, really fun that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, and how much are tickets?
Tickets are $5. We were suggested keep the tickets prices reasonable, so $5.
Yeah.
It'll take place June 7th, Old Hickory Golf Club. It will take place at 1 o'clock, and they're going to have music and a band and, like I said, silent auction things. We want to make it a fun afternoon and a family fun afternoon.
I'm just trying to imagine where you're going to hold all 1,500 golf balls right now.
We have them in the office. And
You do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you have to, how many like boxes did you have to order? Or did you have to bulk?
We ordered them in bulk from Amazon, but what we've got to do then is put them in egg cartons. So I know this egg carton has 1 through 12.
Oh,
This
my
egg carton has
goodness.
13 through, oh, yeah. Because we've got to be able to account for all the golf balls.
Yeah. So how many, let's see, how many would that be? 15 divided by 12? You're going to have a lot of egg cartons.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
What we did, though, is Watertown has done this for years.
Okay.
And they have 400. So we borrowed their 400 and their egg cartons and stuff, and we got to bring them back. We got to make sure we bring them all back. So we actually borrowed the first half because we're trying it. We bought the second half. And next year we'll buy the remaining first half so that we don't have to borrow. But we wanted to make sure this would work.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm just imagining all the golf balls just like free falling. That's yeah, that's just insane. So much fun. But we only have a couple minutes left here. So is there anything else we want to talk about with the church health services?
Kayla, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think, just from a board member perspective, I can't say, more than enough how excited and happy we are with all of the different changes and improvements that we've been making over the last year, that Mary's really been making over the last year at Church Health Services. We've been in the community for 30 years, and each year we try to continue to get better and better and involve the community new and fun different ways, and this is just one of them. And I absolutely love, not long ago I got a message on my phone. I have no idea who it was from, but it was, hey, aren't you part of that Church Health Services group? I have a kid that I know really, really needs to see a counselor struggling with different stuff, and it's a great way for us to make sure people don't fall through the cracks and those kids are taken care of. So it's a great business, and we absolutely really appreciate the community's support.
We also have a bilingual person on staff, which when you've got 30% of your kids in the public schools that are Hispanic, it is critical. And many times we'll say, Gabby, we need you to take a phone call.
Well, that's awesome. And make sure you head out to Old Hick on June 7th at 1 p.m. to get a chance to see, well, you can either have a chance to win the golf ball drop or just see 1,500 golf balls falling from the sky.
Yep, and if they want to buy 4 or more tickets, $20, and if it's a Beaver Dam, I will deliver the tickets.
Ooh.
Because we are really trying to sell out for the first year. We really want this to make a deal. Or we have them at the front desk any hours that we're open, Monday through Thursday, that you can buy them. Please consider supporting Church Health Services because we truly do want to make a difference and continue to make a difference in this community.
And the tickets are online?
No, because of the numbers.
Oh,
that's the
duh,
hard part.
yes. Okay. So the best way to get the tickets is to come in the front office?
Yes.
Awesome. So head there. But thank you both so much for joining us today. And we look forward to hearing how the golf ball drop works out.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I hope there's a bunch of videos.
We'll take some.
Awesome. Well, when we come back, Kale has a surprise topic for me. That's next on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The president's deadline for a blockade to begin at all Iranian ports has now been reached. It's the latest effort at getting Iran to open up the Strait of Hormuz and accept a peace deal, says ABC's Mary Bruce.
On social media, Iran's Speaker of the Parliament dismissing Trump's threat, writing, "Enjoy the current pump figures. With the so-called blockade, soon you'll be nostalgic for $4 to $5 gas." Tensions escalating after 21-hour peace negotiations over the weekend. The highest level of talks between the two countries in 47 years fell apart.
A federal judge has dismissed President Trump's $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal, saying that Trump failed to make the argument that the article about his inclusion in Jeffrey Epstein's birthday book was published with malicious intent. The new leader of Hungary, Peter Magyar, says he will talk to Russia's Vladimir Putin but will not initiate a call. The man Magyar defeated, Viktor Orban, a strong ally of Putin. This is ABC News.
Catch Z's with Slumberland and catch all the excitement happening at 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge, on now at the Slumberland Furniture Studio.
Now this news update on Wisconsin Radio Network. I'm Tad Allen. Republican candidate for governor Tom Tiffany promised an audit of the Wisconsin Department of Health Services and the state's Medicaid program if he's elected in November. Speaking with reporters in Madison last week, Tiffany predicted finding millions, if not tens of millions of dollars in misdirected funds. Fond du Lac County deputies are investigating after a 4-year-old fatally shot a 2-year-old sibling Friday morning in the town of Lamartine. Deputies say when a parent left 3 children in their vehicle alone, the 4-year-old found a loaded, unsecured firearm in the vehicle, which discharged, killing the 2-year-old. And it's Severe Weather Awareness Week, and Wisconsin Emergency Management reminds residents to know your safe spot during a tornado warning, ideally a basement or an interior room away from windows. More preparedness tips are available on the Wisconsin Emergency Management website. Tad Allen, Wisconsin Radio Network News.
When life starts to sound a little bit like this, that's when you know it may be time to change your tune. The Wisconsin Lottery has exciting games starting at just $1 to help make your day sound more like this.
Scratch off, scratch off.
Quick pick, quick pick. Fast play, fast play. Jackpot, jackpot.
With so many chances to win all kinds of prizes and new games introduced all the time, including more than 80 new scratch games every year, you'll be saying,
Wisconsin Lottery, better than laundry. So many ways to play, may add some fun to my day.
Right. Wisconsin Lottery has scratch games, lotto draw games, and fast play games starting at $1, with prizes ranging from small to jackpot. Available now at your favorite Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
In sports, Chris McIntosh is leaving his position as athletic director at the University of Wisconsin after 5 years on the job. He replaced Barry Alvarez. He's reportedly taking a job with the Big Ten. Badger men's hockey team fell to Denver 2-1 in the NCAA men's championship Saturday in Las Vegas. Bucks season's over after a loss in Philadelphia. This year ended at 32-50. Doc Rivers also out as head coach after nearly 3 seasons on the job. The NBA playoffs get going tomorrow with the play-in tournament. The Washington Nationals swept away the Brewers 8-6 yesterday. Christian Yelich left the game in the 5th inning with a hamstring injury. They host Toronto on Tuesday night. Former Brewers manager Phil Garner passed away over the weekend after a long battle with cancer. He was 76. Rory McIlroy wins the Masters. After 3 seasons at UW Milwaukee, former Randolph standout Jory Buwalda is transferring to the University of Wisconsin Green Bay women's basketball team. That's your Daily Dodge Sports Center on 95.3 WBEV.
Find all the latest local news on DailyDodge.com. Presented by Saputo.
Slight chance for storms today, otherwise mainly cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 73. Southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of thunderstorms tonight, lows around 62, cloudy. Slight chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 78, partly cloudy skies. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Right now, 66.
Nothing says Sunday Fun Day like joining the Knights of Columbus on April 19th for a Sheep's Head Card Party, Hearts and Diamonds. It's happening at Resurrection Parish, Allenton Church Hall, 209 Main Street in Allenton. Doors open at noon with cards starting at 1 and playing through the afternoon. Enjoy door prizes, raffles, and a light lunch, all for just a $10 entry fee. Bring your friends and your best game face. We will see you there on Sunday, April 19th.
Save big on everything you need for your vehicle at Menards. Good maintenance equals longer vehicle life, and Menards carries automotive products to help keep your vehicle on the road. Protect your engine with Valvoline high-mileage synthetic blend motor oil. It's proven to maximize engine life in vehicles with 75,000 miles or more. Save big money on Valvoline motor oil. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, this is Randy from Professional Floor Covering, welcoming you back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. How are we today, Kale?
I'm doing all right for a Monday morning. How was your weekend?
Good. I didn't really do anything.
No?
No.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, Friday night, well, I made dinner and then watched a movie. Saturday, I went to Leroy Meats.
Ooh, good call.
Oh, wait, no, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Can't
But
see you
still.
did so little, you can't even keep the days straight.
I know. Well, I didn't know. So, being like, I only moved here in July, I went to Leroy Meats one time, and I went to the HorrorCon one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that the Fox Lake one was, like, bigger.
Oh, it's a nice place.
It was awesome.
I can spend hours in there.
Kayla, I did.
It is awesome, yeah. Did you said you watched a movie on Friday night? I don't suppose that happened to be Apollo 13, did it?
No, but Kale, that was awesome.
Friday night, you and I were texting each other back and forth a little bit, watching the splashdown of the Artemis 2 space mission.
Yes, I was watching it, and then it went dark, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was anxious, and I wasn't even in the the spacecraft, whatever.
We were texting each other back and forth a little bit, like, "Oh my gosh, it's still 30 minutes to splashdown. Why am I holding my breath and pacing the living room?" It was funny because later that night, I was scrolling TikTok actually, and came across a video from a woman who was like in the back of her living room filming her husband watching the splashdown on TV. And I commented, I'm like, where did you find this video of me? Because it was, if my wife would have videoed me and you would have put these videos side by side, it would have been the exact same, pacing in front of the TV, hands up on the back of the head, clapping when they came through the atmosphere, getting worried when the one chute didn't inflate right away. It was, I was way, way, way too involved for having no ties to the mission whatsoever, but it was pretty cool to watch. I don't know, did you see video from over the weekend? I think on Saturday, the 4 astronauts had not a press conference per se, but they spoke at an event with all the NASA employees and kind of shared some of their experience. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I did, because I think didn't Reed say or maybe it was Jeremy was like, I haven't been this far away. Yeah.
They were set up with 4 chairs on a stage, and Jeremy was at one end, Reed was at the other, Christina and Victor were in the middle, and Jeremy stands up to give his little spiel, and the first thing he says is, well, first and foremost, this is the furthest I've been away from Reed in weeks.
Yeah, that's
and then
awesome.
Reed got up and came and sat by him, and that was a lot of fun to watch. So
I'm just in awe, do they just go back to their normal lives now? Do they just go to Walmart today and gotta get groceries?
Yeah. The moon yesterday, Target today. That's
a week ago. I was flying past the moon, the farthest humans have ever traveled. Now I need some turkey tonight for dinner. What?
That's just how life is, man. That's just how it goes. Yep, the life of an astronaut. Well, I came across something yesterday that I thought was interesting that we could talk about. And there is a new report out that analyzed the states that spend the most on booze. And I've got the list in front of me of the states that, it's all 50 states ranked. But what states do you think are in the top 10?
For food?
No, booze, beer, or alcohol.
Booze.
Alcohol in general.
Oh,
Booze,
Wisconsin's got to be up there.
Which one?
Wisconsin.
Right?
We drink like sailors.
Not even in the top 10.
That's fake. There's no way we're not in the top 10.
I was surprised.
I was shocked.
Very surprised. I was going to be surprised if it wasn't number 1. I did not expect it to be out of the top 10. Not only is it not in the top 10, it's not in the top 20. It's in 38th place. Now, I thought this can't be right. This can't be right. Now, I need to clarify. This is not amount. This as in ounces. This is dollars per capita spent.
I wonder if we just have like cheaper.
So that's where I was like, how can this be? And then I started to think, I was like, wait a minute. And so I looked it up. Wisconsin does have some of the lowest taxes on alcohol, and I suspect that probably plays a large role.
Yeah.
And I would also venture again. Now, this is just anecdotal, and I don't have time to dive into this. But my guess is, if I really dove into this and looked at like what the most consumed like brand or type of alcohol was, my guess is you'd find some of these states in the top 10. You're probably looking at like higher end alcohols versus where Wisconsin are probably most common is just, the cheap old
Busch Light.
Busch Light, Miller Lights, all that good stuff. So knowing now that Wisconsin is not in the top 10, what other states do you think might be in the top 10?
I'm going to say California.
California is an excellent guess, but not in the top 10.
Florida?
No, not in the top 10.
New York?
New York, not in the top 10.
Ohio?
Not in the top 10.
Texas?
Not in the top 10.
Then I have no idea, because what? Idaho people, there's not that many of them.
So, number 10 is Montana.
What?
At an average,
who is in Montana?
The average person in Montana spends $1,051 a year on alcohol.
That's it?
Yeah, exactly. Washington is number 9. They spend an average of $1,071 a year per person. Hawaii is number 8. I'm surprised you didn't guess that one because literally everything is more expensive in Hawaii.
Yeah, true.
They're spending an average of $1,095 just because obviously shipping costs there are just so expensive. Number 7 is Oregon, $1,105 per year per person. New Hampshire is number 6, $1,120 a person per year. Number 5 is Rhode Island. They're spending an average of $1,156 per person per year. Number 4 is Massachusetts, coming in at $1,186. And then there's your top 3. Number 3 is, in fact, all of the top 3 is out west. Want to take one more stab at what might be in there?
Colorado?
Colorado is number 3. Yep, $1,202. They like their booze out there in the Rockies. Number 2 is Wyoming, where they're spending an average of $1,238 per person. Now, I want you to think about Wyoming's geography a little bit, and what state is right by Wyoming?
Idaho?
Nope.
Well, that's wrong. Arizona? I can't.
Nope.
I gotta look a map.
Utah is right next to Wyoming, and Utah was in last place on this list because obviously
I was gonna say if they're first, this place is fault. Or this.
No, they're last because obviously the very, very tight alcohol laws there. There's dry counties. There's the Mormonism there, and so Wyoming they think could be high on the list because the folks from Utah are coming over the border
that makes sense.
to drink. And number 1 on the list, another state out west, and I mean way out west, but not California.
Nevada?
No. Where is it cold and they've got not much else to do?
Alaska.
Alaska is number 1 on the list where they are spending on average $1,250 per person per year.
That's shocking to me.
As I mentioned, Utah is in last place. They average just $606 per person per year. West Virginia pays the second least, probably because they're all just drinking their own moonshine, or the money being exchanged for moonshine isn't actually being counted in things like this.
Real.
Rest of the bottom 10 include Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ohio, Idaho, Kentucky, Indiana, and Alabama.
This might be terrible, but I feel like in college, I spent way more than $1,000 on booze every school year.
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. I'll tell you the one, the people we don't want drinking a lot of booze is our air traffic controllers, right? Don't want them spending too much. And I don't know if you know this, but for many years here, they've been having a real issue with having enough air traffic controllers and keeping up with the demand for flights. And so that, obviously that limits the amount of flights. Well, the FAA, who is in charge of overseeing and hiring our air traffic controllers, trying to take care of that gap and that shortage of people, of air traffic controllers, and they have a new recruiting campaign that I find kind of interesting.
Oh, no.
They are trying to recruit video game enthusiasts to fill the shortage. Federal officials believe that the cognitive abilities required for high-stakes gaming translates directly to the technical demands of managing complex airspace.
I could see this.
Key skills such as rapid spatial awareness, multitasking under pressure, and quick decision-making are all essential for both modern gaming and for aviation safety. So the agency currently faces a significant staffing gap, with thousands of positions being vacant due to retirement rates and rigorous training pipeline. So by broadening the search to include individuals with high-performance gaming backgrounds, the government hopes to find candidates who can navigate the intense mental workload of the control tower. Applicants do still need to meet federal requirements, including passing a comprehensive medical exam and a thorough background investigation. Once selected, the new recruits will undergo the intensive training at the FAA Academy to master the specific protocols of radar monitoring and flight coordination. The shift in strategy reflects a modern approach to talent acquisition as the aviation industry struggles to maintain pace with increasing commercial flight volumes. And so, if they see some success, could lead to more stable staffing levels, which will reduce delays, allow for more flights to go out. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't know, does that really apply? Is that they remind you that while gaming provides a good, strong foundation, the real-world responsibility of passenger safety still requires a unique level of discipline and focus. So may see more video gamers up in the control towers pretty soon.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to wave the orange things.
Those are not air traffic controllers.
Oh, whoops.
Air traffic controllers are the guys up in the tower talking to the planes.
Nice.
Running,
okay,
checking radar, keeping track of all the different planes coming in and out. So that hey, if you do Flight Simulator, maybe you can be an air traffic controller.
Yeah, on that note, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll tell you what's going on in Dodge County. That's next on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
WBEV is turning up the heat with the Broad Fry Summer Sweepstakes presented by Newman Pools and Hometown Glass and Improvement. Stop by participating Broad Fries and grab your stamp card. Earn a stamp at each event. No purchase necessary. Fill all 5 and you're entered to win. Become one of 3 guaranteed winners for chances at a $4,000 grand prize, plus $750 and $250 winnings as well. The drawing is September 3rd at the Hometown Glass and Improvement Broad Fry. Brats, summer, and big cash. Don't miss out.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Our spring sale is going strong, and no one sells Sealy for less than us. Our Sealy Sofa Park Firm mattress in a queen starts as little as $499. Or take advantage of our Slumbercrest line and save even more money with our Slumbercrest mattresses starting as little as $399. Sink into plush comfort with a Sealy Posturepedic Sofa Park soft pillow top mattress for as little as $599, or take your pick at the Hagerstown medium tight top mattress at $999 for a queen size Sealy Posturepedic. Now we have so many fun specials running. Our Nectar mattresses are up to 40% off, and get spending cash with Purple. So buy a Purple mattress, get $300 in spending cash. Or buy a Tempur-Pedic, a Sealy Posturepedic, or a Stearns & Foster's and get $300 spending cash. And ask us about our interest-free option for up to 36 months. Shop local and save big with us. Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown.
Join Beaver Dam Unified School District Superintendent Mark DiStefano this Thursday at 11:10 a.m. for Let's Talk, as he brings you the latest updates from the Beaver Dam Unified School District. From exciting achievements in academics to highlights in student activities and athletics, there's a lot to celebrate across the district. We'll also shine a special spotlight on Washington Elementary School and the great things happening there. It's Beaver Dam Unified School District Superintendent Mark DiStefano, Thursday at 11:10 a.m. on Daily Dodge TV and 95.3 WBEV.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Wisconsin because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, making sure you don't miss what's happening in your hometown. It's Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV. And it's Monday. And Kale, what do we got going on this week?
Oh man, I wish we would have had some baseball to watch this weekend. I don't think there was any games to speak of.
There
right?
wasn't.
Nope, nothing worth mentioning over the weekend from baseball.
Nope,
not at all. So are we convinced the new Wisco uniforms can go?
Yeah, I didn't like them anyways.
They didn't seem to work out very well for our weekend series. Ouch.
Yeah, I am. They're 0 for 3 in them, and I don't think the Wisco jerseys should come back.
I agree.
Don't ever wear them again.
I appreciate the concept of them being Wisconsin's teams. It kind of ties in with Pat Murphy's recent comments, like, hey, this isn't just Milwaukee's team, this is Wisconsin's teams. And I appreciate that. But, yeah, I didn't love the design, and now I really don't like them, given that they went 0-3 over the weekend. But they get a little break today. They got the day off to recoup. We'll see what we find out on Yelly as well.
Yeah.
Of course, injury prone as always. But they're back in action tomorrow night as they get ready for a homestand against the Blue Jays. Tomorrow night's game, pregame coverage starts at 6:05 p.m. And we had in the earlier segment today here, Ashley, we had Churchill Services on. And they are part, of course, they are one of our great partners on the Good Comer Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. And we've got a number of ways coming up that folks can help support the Radiothon. Of course, the big 27-hour auction will be coming up June 25th and 26th, so mark your calendars for that. But before that, coming up in just a couple of weeks, Ashley, you and I are going to be on the air on Wednesday, April 29th. From 9 to 11 for the big dessert auction. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got a number of desserts already pledged: cheesecakes, key lime pie, blueberry slab cake, banana bars, and more to come. Oh, there's going to be some gluten-free chocolate bundt cakes. There's going to be some blueberry bread. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of good stuff. That's going to be Wednesday, April 29th, 9 to 11. You can catch that here on 95.3 WBEV and on Daily Dodge TV. And every dollar raised during our dessert auction will go to the Good Comer Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. We've got 18 nonprofit organizations from our area that are a part of the Radiothon. It's our highest number of nonprofit organizations to ever be a part of the Radiothon. So
that's
super
awesome.
Excited for that. But that means we need your support. So, check out the dessert auction. And then we've still got some space left on our For the Kids golf outing. That's coming up Friday, June 5th out at Beaver Dam Country Club, $350 per foursome. That includes 18 holes for 4, 2 carts, and lunch for each player. Or if you don't have a full team, you just want to be part of it, you can still register. We'll get you set up with a team. No worries. You just got one of you, 2 of you, 3 of you. All good. We'll get you all set up. It's going to be a lot of fun that day, too. Even if you're not a golfer, you can come out because there will be 50-50 raffles. We'll have a whole bunch of cool raffle baskets going on. And new this year, we're going to do like a 50-50 scratch-off ticket. That's really neat.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to that. So, you can find out all the details on all of those things over on the Radiothon page at DailyDodge.com. I know a number of our teammates will be out tonight at Bayside for the big Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association banquet, so that'll be going on tonight. And then speaking of on the topic of high school sports, we've got some action coming up tomorrow. Softball side, we've got Beaver Dam tomorrow. They're going to be 4:45 pregame, 6:30 or 5 o'clock for first pitch. And that's going to be over exclusively on Daily Dodge TV. And then also on Daily Dodge TV tomorrow, a little soccer action, which is always fun. That's going to be Beaver Dam hosting Baraboo. And that is also a 4:45 pregame, 5 o'clock first kick over on Daily Dodge TV. And, of course, you can find all of our high school sports schedule on the sports page at DailyDodge.com. And coming up tomorrow here on Hometown Today, Ashley, we're going to be talking a little Earth Day because that is coming up just around the corner. Earth Day. You going to do anything fun for Earth Day? Do a little cleaning around the town?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. So yeah, we'll be talking Earth Day tomorrow. We'll also be talking later this week. We're going to be talking Paddle City Big Band. We're going to have our spotlight on business later this week, and we're going to talk Watertown players. So going to be a great week here at 95.3 WBEV.
Yes, it will be, but that's going to do it for us today on Hometown Today. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.